What's up, Shane?
Hey, what's going on, John? How's it going?
We're partying, dude. What about you?
I'm doing all right. Thank you so much for having me on.
You bet.
It's
By the way, I'm not
on the
partying
show.
at all. It's like 11 o'clock on a Tuesday. No partying. What's up?
Man, John, my question for you is that my gambling addiction is just now kind of beginning to spiral, and I'm just ashamed of it, and I don't really know where to start, and I'm trying to figure out how I break the cycle.
Dude, awesome. Appreciate you calling.
Yeah.
How many times have you said that out loud, what you just said?
This is the first time.
First time.
And yeah, I've never told anybody about it. It's been kind of just something that's been stewing just between me and me. And it's the first time I've said that out loud before.
I like that you called that out already. There's two different yous, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
And you're starting to lose control of the other one, aren't you?
Yeah, it's crazy because on a day-to-day basis, like just in my normal interactions with people, like there's no way anybody would know anything's wrong. And I feel totally fine when I'm not actually like gambling. But when I have these moments of weakness, it's always just by myself when I'm just feeling down or alone. And it's just, it's not really me, you know? So.
Except it is.
Right. Exactly.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a project manager.
Okay. Pretty successful?
Yeah.
You're good at it?
Yeah, I like to think so anyways.
Okay. That's often one of the other challenges is that you're good at one part of your life. In fact, you're probably really good at one part of your life. And you are absolutely out of control in another part of your life. And it's hard to reconcile the two. You start to feel crazy, right?
Yeah. It feels like there's no reason that this should be like happening to me. It's like I've had every opportunity afforded to me. I have great people around me, great friends. Like, I can't point to like a single trigger or anything like that.
Okay.
And that's just why I feel like really ashamed about it.
So, I honor that, man. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to put aside the figure it out stuff for a while. You're a project manager. That's what you do. And so I'm going to ask you to not use the skill set that you were trained for professionally to solve this problem, okay?
Okay.
And what you're going to have to do is two things that probably are going to be really uncomfortable for you. 100% they're going to be uncomfortable, not probably. You're going to attack the behavior.
Okay.
I'm going to get rid of the internet in my house. I'm going to get rid of my phone.
Yeah.
Scorched earth, whatever you have to do. And the other thing you have to do is sit down with other people, real people in the real world, and say, my name is Shane and I'm out of control and I can't stop.
Yeah.
I don't know another path. What I do know is you trying to project manage this thing, is failing. It's not working.
Right.
Okay. How deep are you?
Well, that's kind of the thing is like, it hasn't gotten to the point where it's like completely consumed me or anything. And that's why I really want to try to nip it here.
Okay.
Like I'm still afloat, you know? But it's just been a thing that's followed me for the last, really since college, like several years. And
so when you say you're an addict, what does that mean?
I mean, it's like it's a daily occurrence. Really, any time that I find myself alone, it's something that I am thinking about doing. I take comfort in it, and it's just like online gambling, basically.
Betting on sports. What are you betting on?
It's actually mostly like casino games.
Okay, sweet.
And slots and stuff. And I know a lot of my friends who've gotten into it too.
Okay. Can't care about your friends at all right now. I care about my friend. I care about my friend Shane.
Yeah.
So step one, and this is going to sound radical, and people listening are going to drop into the show notes and put a bunch of nonsense. You have to commit right now. You're not going to read the comments. Fair? Cool?
Yeah.
Good.
Yes, sir.
By the end of today, I want you to have cashed out your entire Bitcoin purse, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Clear out your exchange. How much do you have in the exchange right now?
I don't have anything in the exchange currently. I just buy and send it straight to the casino when I'm gambling. So
okay, what card do you use to buy?
It's either a debit card or a credit card.
Okay, I want you to cut the card up that you have connected automatic right now.
Okay, yeah,
to where you can't use it.
I can do that. Yep.
Are you on your cell phone right now?
I am.
Okay. I'm gonna have to take your word for it. If I was there in person, I would make you pull your phone out and delete it all off the phone right now.
Okay.
Okay.
I can give you my word that I will do it.
Okay. And what we're doing here is we're the alcoholic, and we're pouring all of the alcohol down the drain right now. That's just, you got to get it out of your house before you do anything else.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you say you're not down any? You're still up? Tell me about that.
Well, when I say afloat, I mean I'm like just treading water, basically. Like I don't owe anybody any money, but I'm not saving any money or doing well for myself at all either. And it is the fault of the gambling. Like I have dreams to buy a house someday, and it's not something that's going to be able to happen if I keep doing this.
Okay. How have you tried to stop in the past?
A lot of ways. You self-exclude, you delete the accounts. I usually what helps me for stopping is I just like run out of available cash, and I almost feel relieved once that happens. And every time it's like I'll stop for a week or two and feel pretty good about it, but then I get comfortable again. I start making money again, and then the money starts going away again.
Okay, here's my question: when you take 2 weeks off, and then you pick your phone up, and you have to log back in.
Yeah.
What is going on in that moment when you blow past everything and you log back in?
It's just like it does feel like a withdrawal in a lot of ways.
No, but something pushes it. Is it an annoying email at work? Is it boredom? Is it just habit? Like, so for instance, I started tracking, why do I keep grabbing junk food? There was two things. One, if I was heading to a meeting that I knew was going to be combative, or if I just received some feedback, even if it was from good-natured, but if it was just showing I had a deficiency. Hey, I watched your talk the other day. You were standing like this again. Make sure you do this next time. Or, hey, John, you were late to this thing. It was just a way, my body floods itself, and it was a way for me to numb out that flood. So have you identified? And the other one was, it was just there. It was always just right by my desk. There's this woman who always has this candy right by my desk. I just grab it when I walk. It's just mindless. What is yours? Why do you log back in? There's got to be a triggering moment there.
I think it's kind of both. Like it is always there. Like I live by myself. My computer's always just sitting there looking at me if I'm not actively doing something. But certainly if I have a negative emotion, a bad day, a difficult conversation with somebody from work or with a family member or something, it certainly inspires me to go to the computer.
Okay. So it's a cigarette or it's a Xanax.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just a numbing agent. It just is going to end up costing you everything.
Right.
Have you ever been tempted, or have you taken out money yet? Beyond the cash you have?
Outside of like, I have used the credit card before, and like I'm still, paying those off. Like,
okay, so you're not net neutral,
right?
How much are you down?
I'm basically breaking even every month. Like I get my paycheck, I pay off the credit cards, and then restart.
So you lose every month a couple $1,000. You get just enough money because you're making a good salary, but you're by yourself, and so you can pay off a couple grand every month.
Exactly. Right.
How long you been doing this?
That's the thing, is it's been kind of involved in my life in one way or another for several years now. I grew up around it. I grew up even just in little ways gambling, like whether it's with my friends in poker nights or on the golf course or whatever. But really, it's been bad since for the last maybe 4 years or so, 3 or 4 years.
Okay, $2,000 a month, $3,000. How much? I'd
say $1,000 to $2,000 a month.
All right. Let's do 2 because it makes the math more sensational.
Sure.
It's 24,000 times 4. So we'll round up. It's 100 grand.
Yeah.
That's a house payment. I mean, a house down payment, right?
Yeah.
That's a car and your kids' first 2 years of college.
Yeah, and it's crazy when you frame it like that, because like the $50 to $100 a day, it doesn't feel like it.
That's right.
And it adds up like that. It's just insane.
Yeah. And I bet you just lowballed me too.
No, I think it was a pretty fair number, but sure.
Okay. So here's the deal. I wish there was another path forward, But you're going to have to decide that this ends.
Yeah.
And God bless you, dude. The number of people I talk to on a regular basis on the radio show that I co-host that are 200 in, 300 in, 500 in. You're just 100 down and you've been able to float it because you're single and you have a good job.
Mm-hmm.
But you're one bad loss away from needing to borrow some, and then that's going to carry over, and then suddenly, here we go. We're off to the races. And you know that. That's why you called, right?
That's why I'm here. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. When we get off this phone, you got to delete the apps off your phone. It may be that you have a friend or a family member that you can call, and actually, I want you to do 3 things, okay?
Okay.
Actually, 3 things to start, and then I'm going to add a 4th. Thing number 1, as soon as we get off this call, you're deleting all the apps.
Okay.
Thing number 2, you're calling all 3 credit reporting agencies, Experian, what are the other ones, Kelly? That's off the top of my head.
Equifax and
Transatlantic or whatever.
I can't remember what the third one is.
You can call them and you can put a break on your credit where you can't borrow.
Okay.
Can't take anything out.
TransUnion,
that's right. The part 2 of that, I want you to call and cancel all your credit cards. And I don't give a crap about your credit worthiness right now. Okay?
Yeah.
And here's what we're doing. We're just getting rid of all the bottles out of your house. The third thing is I want you to call a friend or a family member that you trust and say, I'm not all right. I'm getting over my head.
Yeah.
Do you have somebody you can call?
I do. It's gonna be hard, but I know. You're right. I need to.
Is it somebody you can meet with in person?
Yes.
Who is it?
My sister.
Okay. She's safe?
Yes.
She won't beat you up? She'll sit with you?
She'll sit with me.
Okay. The final thing is, before the day is over, you make a call and you find out where the meeting in your local area is, and you go tomorrow morning. And that's a full stop. You got to. You got to. When you find yourself lying, when you find yourself thinking about all the time, when you find yourself making these big sweeping commitments and promises and you can't keep promises to yourself, I want to stop. And it keeps showing up and it keeps showing up and it keeps showing up. And you can't project manage your way out of it. Sit down across from somebody and say, my name's Shane and I'm over my head and I can't stop. And we're going to walk alongside people. And it may end up, I'm going to turn the internet off on my house. It may end up, I'm going to give a family member, a friend, a bank code so I can't get on my online bank and move stuff around without this code. And they're going to put it in for me. So I got to run expenses by. That's so much. It's ridiculous. You sit with somebody who's burned through $500,000 and they're about to retire and they have nothing. And there is no such thing as that's too much. You do whatever it takes. Shane, I'm proud of you. My guess is you got some stuff going back, and my guess is you're real lonely. You're real successful, and you're going home to an empty apartment every day, and it's lonely. It's hard. So your adventure here is going to be to find some friends, find some community, find some people to do life with, and it gives you an emergency fund for your life. Let your body rest. Whew. And that way when that boss says, hey, you didn't do this right, or that customer says you didn't do this right, that's fine. Like, I may not have done that job with excellence, but I'm still a person of dignity, right? Those don't get all mushed together. Proud of you, man. Appreciate you making the call. And I'm going to send you a copy of Building a Non-Anxious Life. It's not about addiction per se, but it is about creating a world where your body's got margin to exist in. And often it allows you to build that mindfulness gap before you reach for the thing that's trying to wallpaper over the feelings and emotions that you have. Proud of you, dude. Now the ball's in your court, man. It's your shot.